most balanced, but it should still be a good race. It looks like the runners are off. So we're gonna jump right into Area 1, which is the shortest and easiest area of the game. Excuse me, I can talk well. We have this nice creepy intro with the paintings that I'm sure both runners and every runner of this game is just completely drowned out in their head at this point. Runners should get synced up in a few moments, and we're gonna see how they handle their Area 1s. It's pretty simple. So you're going to see both the runners going into their little Game Boy horror camera, which prevents their scare animation from happening, which saves a few frames, you know. Gotta save those frames. And both of them clear Parlor relatively cleanly. It's first room of the game. It's not too hard. We get into Answer Room right now. Things get a little bit tougher. We actually have a couple pretty tricky double setups. We'll see how they handle it. Do a pretty similar double setup, pretty safe. It's always good to do that in a tournament situation. They get that Gold Ghost and Purple Puncher double. That one's pretty tricky, but handle it very well. So the Ghost on the left isn't part of the actual wave, so you won't actually catch singles to spawn the second wave faster. Playing pretty similarly from both of them, not really missing any doubles. Hef gets a 216 clear, and Lab gets a 217 clear. So it's a pretty similar start from both of them. Now they're just going to walk backwards a little bit, head over to the second half of Area 1, where we introduce the Portrait Ghosts. And Hef gets the nice meme wrong door coming out. That's always good to see. The door you open does matter. The left side door from Luigi's perspective is a push rather than a pull, so it saves a second to open that door. Usually coming out you push the door, but this is a little too far to the left at that point. Opt for bottom left. I mean, it is pure preference whether you do top left or bottom left. Top left is slightly faster, but it's a little more awkward to set up. Hef currently has no pearls right now, so he can possibly finish Area 1 with low percent, which saves a little bit of time, because then you don't even bring up the money at the end of the area. It's only real practical to do in Area 1. Hey, actually, he's got no pearls. Very nice. So he can definitely finish with low percent. Well, that was interesting. He got to move a little bit before the cutscene played. That was definitely interesting. There was some weird lag there. Don't see that every day, folks. Pretty decent Chauncey spawn. Yeah, both of them had good Chauncey spawns. It's very position dependent. It's not exactly clear where you want to stand. Yeah, very good hit. Lab with a little bit slower on the setup, but still getting it. So Hef actually saves a little bit of time here. English is a little bit faster in Area 1 compared to Japanese. Japanese saves time much later on. But on Area 1, it's actually faster on English. So, first area boss coming up, Chauncey. Not too hard, but both runners are gonna attempt to do a couple somewhat precise ball catches. The first one a little less precise than the second one. The second one's a bit more precise. Obviously, we're gonna make sure those rocking horses attack you as soon as possible. And Hef's gonna set up the first ball catch, standing and having his vacuum angled just the right spot, and he gets that first catch real easily. Lab gets hit by the ball. A little unfortunate, but it's okay. Alright, Hep is opting for the second hit, which he should get low percent pretty easily. He's playing on English, so double damage and double money loss. He can catch that last coin, so he's good for low percent. See if he can get to that second ball catch. This one's a little bit more precise. Didn't catch it, but it still landed in front of him, and he can easily finish off Chauncey with a 557 catch. Pretty decent. Lab will have a 605 catch. But still, Hef has to make up over 30 seconds on Lab because of the version difference. So by technicality, Lab is in the lead, but that's too early to say anything. So now we have this cutscene in Area 1 with the crap, I forget the name of it. Portrificationizer, that's what it's called. So at the end of the area, roundup, I'll call it, you'll notice that Hef will not have any money to show because he did not get any money at the end of Area 1. So he can save a few frames from that, which is pretty nice. And he remembered not to accidentally save because you can do that when mashing sometimes. It's a thing that happens. Lab with a little bit of money, so that's all right. See, they're setting up on the left side so they can open the left door. All right, so we have a double setup here in the bathroom. It's not too difficult of a setup, but you miss it every now and then, like I did yesterday. You know, it happens. Not keeping up with Hef pretty well. Although we have the next room, which is a big source of time differences, because Shy Guys are actually quite tricky. And then, of course, you have the Whirlindas, who will decide to cost you 10 seconds for no reason other than pure luck. Oh, and it's actually playing the Shy Guy music because he's playing on English. The song doesn't exist on the Japanese version, so let's enjoy it. Those masks were a little bit trouble coming off because this game can be good and fair like that sometimes. As quoted by Lab himself, Luigi's Mansion is brought to you by Elmer's Glue. We're going to see if Hef gets early release here. And he does get early release, so he will not be costed 10 seconds for no reason whatsoever. A little bit of a strange tuck-up, but still did that very well. Lab will also be getting early release, so no big time differences for no reason. I'd like to see that. And accidentally hitting the wall instead of opening the door. Game is always good and fair. Hef is opting to examine the pail there. It's not for the money, it's in case there's a poison mushroom in there, because if you get that trying to do poster skip, you're gonna have a bad time. And poison mushrooms aren't fun, by the way. We have that purple puncher refusing to get sucked up on Lab's side. The double setup from Hef. And that was a 941 first button press. don't remember the conversion in my head, so we'll just see what his boo release time is. 10 flat. Not awful, not awful. Respect it. And now we're releasing the boos, because... And then you guys gonna yell at you for not doing anything about it, like we had a choice. Can't progress without releasing them, unfortunately. And now we're bringing in the most important part of speedrunning Luigi's Mansion, boo catching. Yeah, that's right. As it turns out, the boos are the most important part, to the surprise of absolutely no one. So there's two aspects, both the finding and the catching. They'll be using a technique called R pumping, where you hold L and R and just release R every 10 health and then immediately hit it again. Take that as you will. Oh, how could I forget about Pythagoras skip? Obviously. Okay, Hef is getting good RNG and going for tech skip here. Very nice. So if you catch an object after catching the boo, the game will not play the EGAD text. And especially the first one is not a short text, so you will save a lot of time from that. Very nice. Lab opting to clear the tablecloth, which was a good choice in the end. If I'm not mistaken, the boo was in there. Hef has a 1 hour 38 seconds, and Lab has a 103 something. Looks like the boo moved to the right for Lab. Don't like to see that. He didn't open the left drawer though, so that's good. I'm getting good RNG, but then getting bonked by the boo. This part of the run is pretty RNG heavy, and the boo radar, for whatever reason, takes a few seconds to start actually working when you enter a room. So you kind of have to play guessing games a little bit. But you'll learn how to read the boo radar in these rooms soon enough. They can still be annoying sometimes. Hef getting the boo ball in ballroom. That's pretty rare, if I'm not mistaken. You usually get the bomb in this room. That's very interesting. Has anyone actually seen the ball in this room? I'm actually curious. I don't think I've ever seen the boo ball in the ballroom. As much as sense it would be, because it's the ballroom, obviously. Interesting. I've literally only gotten the bomb in that room. Fun fact. I thought it was predetermined what you got depending on the boo. I guess sometimes they'll pick and choose. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, now that we've caught 5 boos, Toad becomes so nice as to unlock the washroom for you. Then complains he dropped something in the toilet, then you just grab it and leave. It's like, did you drop something important? Yeah, you did. I'll take that. Thanks. It's a weird game. It's Luigi's Mansion. It's designed to be weird. And now we have mirror grabbers. They're like grabbers, but worse. You can only see them through the mirror. And if you thought that wasn't bad enough, you'll see even worse in Area 3, but no spoilers. And we have doubles here, too. And the runners will be getting grabbed intentionally to set up a double. Yeah, I should do a scientific Luigi getting bonked by the boo. We're gonna setting up a very interesting skip here. He's got very interesting boo movements there, but he's not stopped in any way by that. Still getting his fire warp, very nice. Getting a decent time too. 14:30. Not bad at all. See how Lab handles. Also getting very weird boo movement, but he handles it just fine. But does he grab it? He does in fact grab it. So the gap is about 17 seconds, it looks like. But we're going to go ahead and see one of the first big version differences between the two. So now we're going to do... Both runners just did a save warp where they catch the boo, save, so they can skip the EGAD text from the fire, which happens to be very slow. And it also gives them a very favorable butler cycle. And now they're going to be doing something else very tricky, clearing the laundry room while the butler is walking toward the butler room. It's pretty precise. If you mess up, you have to come up with some creative ways to make up for it. Because if you take too long, the butler despawns, and I lose a ton of time. You don't want to do that. See if these runners go for one of the most important skips in the game. Hef is a little too early, I believe. Yeah. You want to grab the hat just as the treasure chest is spawning. Hef opts to not activate the mouse hole, which is probably a good choice. He was a little bit behind on the cycle. Opening the toolbox, very good choice because the boo's going to be there most of the time. So now there is a glitch here where if you enter the mouse hole while catching the boo, you can skip the text. However, it only works on the JP version, so Hef couldn't do that. Oops, he was a little too close to that mouse hole, so we got sucked back into the butler's room. Whoopsie. Hate to see it. Still standing a little close to that, making me nervous there. I can see both Hef and Lab were taking good notes today from Mr. Audio Lando, giving hints on how to deal with the boo in that room. Read the boo radar very well. Fortunately, the boo escaped. So we won't be seeing the text box skip from Lab, but maybe we'll see it in the hidden room. Lab going for the safe method of the pseudo quad, because you technically burned the last one. So, Lab getting a little bit screwed by the auto lock, so you gotta be careful with that auto lock. And then there's the tech skip. So now Lab has to get 2 boos in this room. So that puts Hef in a good position. Getting the boo ball in here. Nice bonk from Hephlex. Having a little trouble there. If the boo ball's in the right position, Luigi will not open the door. It's silly, but you know, Luigi's Mansion's a very silly game. Also, Hef can get one of 2 different songs here. Either the water theme from Super Mario Bros., which is what he's getting, or the athletic theme from Super Mario Bros. 3. This is actually the favorable song because then he has to pick the first choice. Whereas the other song, he has to pick the 3rd choice. It's hardly a difference, but, you know, frames are frames. Gets the boo ball in the right cabinet. Unfortunate. And the boo moves. He opted to go right, which probably was not a bad choice. That being said, he got burned for it. He gets saxophone RNG. Oh, the game really loves him today. Hephlex does have the better PB. Lab also gets the bomb in the piano, and then he gets burned while opening the chest. I hate to see it. Still gets relatively good RNG. Hef is going into the kitchen with 1 bar of fire. goodness gracious 1 bar of fire. His conservation of energy is very good. You know, we're environment-minded people, so saving all that energy, that's very important. Hep is making our journey toward the heat death of the universe just a little bit shorter. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the science behind it. Also, Lab is opting to go in without fire. I don't think he realized. Whoopsie. So you gotta remember when you don't have your element. It's kind of important. Ah, yes, plant watered, environment saved. We'll have water the plants. That's very important. He's not watering the plants. I guess Hef does not care about the environment as much as I would have hoped. Tisk, tisk, tisk. In case anyone's wondering, the plant does not matter in this category. It is important for 100% because it gives you that wonderful gold diamond. But you gotta water the plant, man. You gotta save the trees. I hope Lab is gonna save the environment for me. F with the good double right there. Hey, see, Lab's doing it, man. His run's blessed. Sorry to say, Hef, your run's cursed now. Sorry. If you water the plant, it's impossible to get the plant text from EGAD. As much as I wish that were true. I wish that were true. But then again, if you get rid of the plant text, that just increases the chance of you getting Van Gore text. None of us wants to see that now. Alright, we have Bogmire, the second area boss. Unlike Chauncey, you can one-cycle Bog. It's not easy, but you can do it. Lab is opting to get the bottom single and kind of hoping for the double there, which he got the pattern. He didn't get the double, though. That was unfortunate. The game gave it to him, but couldn't take it. Hephlex is getting dragged around like a rag doll. He was close with the YOLO, but not quite. Very good luck on the placement, so you can just finish him off real quickly. Interesting lag there. He's getting some very weird lag, let me tell you. I think his English disc is getting pretty old, but don't quote me on that either. Let's see how Lab handles Mr. Bog Champion. Oh, it's his wing. Got it. My stream's starting to lag a little bit, unfortunately, as my internet is good and fair. Lab got dragged around for quite a while. Surprised he got that low. But he still gets the second cycle. It's all good. Alright, we're now heading into the Area 3. Arguably one of the worst areas in the game, if you ask the right people. This game has a couple very rough splits, very RNG heavy, because this is the area where I believe you catch the most boos. And that's not including Boolossus. Well, no, you catch 11 in Area 2, so I guess I'm a lying liar who lies. However, this area does introduce long texts. After you catch 15 boos, EGAD will decide to give you extra information when you catch a boo, so you can go through the mansion with the most knowledge possible. However, we're speedrunners, and we don't like getting information, because we want to go through the game quickly. Going through the game quickly is good, and if EGAD gives us information, that's slow. I mean, yeah, I was trying to not catch Boolossus because that's a special case. While Boolossus can cost you a lot of time, it is not in the same way as other boos. You do catch 10 boos in Area 3. Prefer learning? Well, I do like reading it from time to time, but not when I'm speedrunning. Especially on English, where that text takes forever. Boolossus actually has 15 boos, by the way. You do catch, I believe, a total of 25 in Area 3, including Boolossus. If that was what you meant, then I am pretty silly. Also, you run on a treadmill to get a key. Exercise is important. Hephlex getting that nice skip from hitting the door on fire from the bottom. You do have to wait a few seconds while after extinguishing the door, so that is a very important skip to get. Hef getting the fast catch on the white grabber. I'm impressed. Very good stuff. Very solid tea room from Hef. Hef does not opt to look to the left to see if anything is in the left drawer. So we will see how he handles the boo. And now we get ice, which actually does freeze the boos for a little bit. Holding out the ice there lets you bring out some of the ghosts and you don't get scared by them, so it can be convenient. Petunia actually has one of the harder pulls in the game, so you have to be careful not to accidentally drop her. So anyway, I just missed Hef's entire Nana room, so I don't know what happened. Let's see how Lab handles Nana room. This room can be pretty annoying, but you can set it up pretty well if you know how to deal with it. Hephlex spawning the Astral Hall. Not the best angle, but he's gonna opt for the burn to get the double. Pretty good choice on his part. Lab gets burned for not going to the left side to check. Hate to see it. Hef opting for the catch. Boo Radar can be a little bit annoying in the Astral Hall because there's a lot of objects that are very close to each other, but he got pretty good RNG there. Now we're going to be going for Moonshot. Very important part of the game and really shows how good depth perception is. Lab's struggling with the auto lock on the vacuum. Also knocking onto the wall instead of the door. Alright, pretty clean moonshot from him. Lab opting to do the vacuum skip, or the scare skip, rather than spinning, which doesn't spawn both the ghosts at the same time. Very interesting choice. So now Lab will, excuse me, well, Hep will now be going back down to the first floor to do some cleanup and get the rest of Mario's dropped items. So we will be heading toward Area 2. Skipping Bank Shot, which if you don't play 100%, he is a very annoying portrait ghost, and thank God we do not have to catch him in No Out of Bounds. But we have this room, which is arguably also very annoying. It's like the mirror room, but you don't have the mirrors to see them. But luckily there are clean setups to work with. See how he handles these doubles. Suck Up was a little bit on the rough side, but he got the double. That's important. Now let's see how he handles the triple. Lab is opting to catch the Boo after Moonshot, which is a very interesting choice. That glove ended up in a really interesting place, not gonna lie. Weird auto-lock stuff happening. Struggling a little bit with the warp. And then we go back into Area 1, where we get the Boo clean up there and catch the twins. Also, where long text can completely mess with you. We'll see what kind of RNG he gets in these rooms. He gets a Boo move right when he enters. Very interesting. He gets the lamp RNG. That's unfortunate. You hate to see that. And now he gets the element text, which is, I believe, the shortest long text, so that's not too bad. We got the twin set up. Struggling a little bit with the spawn, but that's kind of weird. Physics makes a lot of sense in this room. Now we're gonna cheat at a game of hide and seek. Fun fact, I played this game for about a long time before I realized you can cheat at this. I actually did speedruns of this game, not knowing you could cheat at the hide and seek. Of course, this is before I knew how to actually speedrun the game. But yeah, fun fact, you can use the vacuum to cheat at hide and seek. Both of them getting the bomb. I'm struggling a little bit with the Boo reading. Hef immediately goes for the play to spawn the Boo immediately. Very good play on his part, but then of course he gets auto-locked to death. And that Boo just bolts out of the room if he gets any chance of escaping from your vacuum. Hef getting very bad RNG in the nursery. And now we can set up a tech skip in Lydia's room, which is the easiest one of the game. Ah, he gets mirror RNG. Wonderful. That's you love to see good RNG in this game. It's not good RNG. He actually sucks up the bedsheet first. You don't want to do that. And he gets the Van Gore text as a nice salt to the wound there. You hate to see it. Very unfortunate. Very, very tilting moment, you would say. And now Hef will be doing Madame Clairvoyant, which you have to go through 5 different sets of text for each of Mario's dropped items. So, we have to do very important tech here. Pressing A and then pressing B. Alternately and repeatedly for about 1.5 minutes, or a little longer if you're playing on English. Yes, where's the GDQ command? So I can read out Markov chains of donations. That'd actually be pretty fun, not gonna lie. Lab does get the text skip, so he gets to save a nice, I don't know, 5 seconds, something like that. Those are going to be very important, especially he's going to save some time here on Clairvoyant because he's playing with Japanese text, which is faster. Lab is opting to slightly move his flashlight to point more toward Clairvoyant. I don't recommend doing that if you just keep your controller on neutral when you enter the room. You will spawn Clairvoyant. Hef will now be catching Clairvoyant, who has absolutely 0 pull. So a lot of runners opt to use the C-stick to catch her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Keep in mind that Hephlex's run is still cursed because he did not plant the water. Yeah, good job. He did not water the plant. Getting more long text, I'm telling you, his run's cursed. Lab will get the blessed run. Alright, now for going up the stairs, number 1. Fortunately, when we get to near the end of the game, you do a lot of downstairs stuff and upstairs stuff. So we get to go up the stairs and go down the stairs. We get some ice here because we're going to be dealing with water elemental ghosts. Which, in fact, are blue twirlers with the water element. By the way, water elemental ghost spawns before you see your first blue twirler. Kind of an oversight, but whoopsie. Safari room's a pretty cool room, but it's an interesting double to set up. Pretty cool stuff. Hef's internet is being very hungry today. He's chomping on some frames. Hate to see it. Gets that very solid double. Good job to Hef. That is not the easiest double to set up. Game can be very weird with its physics. Hef doing the very pro dodging of the banana strats. You don't want to hit the banana. That loses a ton of time. And those garbage can ghosts are especially annoying because they don't stay around for very long. They go drop banana and they split. Doing the cool swag strats of freezing the boo and grabbing the key, but leaving him with a little too much health, but that's alright. And now Hephlex will be heading on to Molasses, the third boss, aka 15 Boos, have joined their power to bring us Big Chungus. Now excuse me while I keep spouting off dead memes. Lab is opting to go for singles there. I respect the choice. How sidestep helps with the fight? You might want to take that one. I actually do not know how sidestep helps with that fight. Lab's struggling with the bananas there to catch that garbage can ghost. Yeah, I actually don't know how sidestep helps you here, so you might want to just post that in the chat. Hef getting a weird setup here, but we're going to see how it goes. He actually put away his vacuum, but he did get a very solid ice shot. Ooh, he saves the one cycle. That was actually very nice from his part. So I gotta respect the gotta respect the one cycle. So, in actuality, sidestep is used for the blackout, because it helps you avoid ghost scare skips a lot easier. For why people do it there, I don't know, people just come up with earlier and earlier times to do it. Because it doesn't actually affect you in lit rooms. I mean, I don't know if people do it as early as I do. I do it when I grab the key and before the boo catch. Let's see this ice shot from Lab. Got quite a bit of them, but missed a few. The boos are running away, so a little tough. Oh, he saved the one cycle too. These guys are cutting it close. You guys are making real nail biters today. My first race, I did it before starting the timer. See, that's the best time to switch to sidestep. Just play the whole run in sidestep.
Mario.
Important.
Mario.
I just realized I wasn't using push to talk, my bad. So Hef does not opt for Pythagoras skip, which it's kind of specific timing. Lab does not have any fire, I just noticed, going upstairs. Very interesting choice on his part. Hef getting a very fast Brimley. It's not instant, but it was very fast. As a matter of fact, Grimly, unlike Unlike Neville, who's on a cycle, Grimly decides to show his heart whenever he feels like it. It could be immediately, it could be in 50 seconds. Why would you bother getting fire that early? Well, you want fire to get the flashlight skip, going up the stairs, and getting it for pretty much anywhere else.
Mario.
Yeah, flashlight skips are pretty important. You can also use it to have an easier time doing cellar double. I opt for the using fire for cellar double. Hephlex will opt to not do Breaker Boo. If anyone was actually going to do Breaker Boo, that would be a pretty heavy meme, not going to lie. Breaker Boo is very difficult, and it only saves you about 10 seconds, so yeah. Ooh, Hef gets punched because this game's hitboxes are good and fair. Lab getting the instant Grim. Very nice. Very nice. Hephlex with the very solid Boo Radar read there. Fun fact, when you hear the Boo move, it's only the Boo that moves. The decoy doesn't move. So if there's a place that didn't have the Boo and it does now, or rather the object after the move, the Boo is going to be in there. So now Hef is going to run up the stairs again. Very important part of movement here.
Mario.
So Lab is keeping himself up pretty decently with Hef, all things considered. Their PBs are about 3 minutes apart, and they're definitely not 3 minutes apart, I feel. I don't know the exact time off the top of my head, but Lab is keeping it close. Gotta respect it. Lab's still not. Very interesting setup from Lab for that double. It's different, but I don't know. That was kind of decent. I wonder if that was self-made or someone else came with it. I gotta confess, people. Like, I signed up for this commentary about 30 minutes before it started. I did not do my homework prior to this race. Alright, Hef will now be doing some gameplay. Got the toy soldiers. Clockwork soldiers. Or they actually have names in other languages that I don't remember. I believe it's Rodrigo, Francisco, and... oh, I don't remember the third one. And he gets bopped. Hef will now be heading up to the roof. Interesting play to press X to go into the Game Boy Horror. I gotta say, this roof is kind of showing up to be a nice hot mess right now. Very interesting choices coming from Hef here. Still recovering well. And then he gets burned by the Elemental Ghost. He's also at 28 health. He has to be careful here. That was an interesting double setup, too. Like, I hope everyone was seeing that. And it's especially dangerous to go for with 28 health. And he's also not opting for the hearts, which, that's also a questionable choice. I would not be doing that with 28 health. Reminder that on English, you take double damage. So, He is one punch and one bonk away from dying.
Mario.
So we're gonna see what goes on here. He has to be very careful.
Mario. Mario.
He's immediately going for the double burn. He does not want to accidentally bonk into that ghost. Drops the heart. He's still not going for it, though. He gets the heart from the chest. He's not getting any of these hearts, man. He is playing dangerously. Oh my goodness. He is making a nail biter for the crowd, let me tell you. He barely catches the pink ghost on time to not take damage from the grab. Real nail biter. Real nail biter. Ooh! He gets the boo move, but I think it was a favorable move. But yeah, he did get the move right when he checked the thing. He did manage to get the charge, which gives him a chance to get a one cycle here. Very, very good one cycle. That was a little bit shaky, but all right, and now Hef will be going down to the basement. And he's also now at 48 health, which is not nearly as bad as 28. He still needs to be careful. I hope he opts for the heart in the cellar, but he could be living dangerously. He didn't get the burn. Yeah, good choice from Lab. Still gets grabbed because this game's good and fair. Alright, he does opt for the large heart in the cellar. Good choice, Hef. Very good choice. Reminder that on English, the icicles in Weston's room do 40 damage. And the ice does a lot of damage too if you happen to get hit by Weston. You don't want to see that. So his choice to take the large heart. Gotta respect it. Safety strats, man. It's a race situation. Don't want to throw the race away. Lab is very close to that boo. He's very lucky he didn't bonk. Lab is kind of pumping fast there. Yeah, he was pumping a little bit fast there. That's all right. I mean, have you? I don't know if you've truly lived until you went to Pal Pipe Room with 20 health. Ah. Pal Pipe Room, by the way, is awful. Alright, we got Weston here. Yeah, he took a... Alright, a little bit of rough suck-up. Imagine playing Pal. Pal is a great category, by the way. And by great, I mean terrible, and I torture myself by playing it. But it's great. Make no mistake. I won't spoil it for you, but the Pal Pipe Room is an experience, let me tell you. He is pumping so fast. Still got it, though. So Hef is actually actually, I mean, he's been on a pretty good run. But yeah, despite the fast pumping, he still got the one cycle. He was ready for it. I wonder if he was counting cackles. That is legitimate, by the way. You probably want to count cackles, because you do get a max of 15. And if you're pumping fast, you want to be aware of when to stop pumping and when to follow the boo. Now Hef is going right back up the stairs for Van Gore. A lot of going up the stairs. It's our third time well, there's our fourth time going up the stairs. Lab having a wild Weston suck up, but still managing to get him down to 12 health. He's a 100% player, so he's got some experience trying to one-cycle Weston. Getting good RNG on the Boo, but there's pearls all over the place, so he might be on the struggle bus here. Wait, he might have it. I didn't hear if he double cackled, but he might be getting. Nah, those might be some double cackles or not. Ooh, he wasn't ready for the follow. That was a good attempt though. Very good, solid attempt from Weston Boo. Hephlex going for the instant flashes. Kind of got burned on the purple punchers. And getting the bonk. He got the bonk, but not the punch. That's important. You don't want the punch. Still going for the instant flashes. I can see he likes to live dangerously. I respect the play. Ah, yes. Of all the ones not to flash, he didn't get the middle one because this game is very good and fair. Yeah, it is very important to not pump on after 15 cackles. It is much better to follow the Boo at that point. Because then, even with a couple double cackles, you could easily still catch the Boo. Hef with a very solid Van Gore, minus a couple weird things. Particularly the grabbers and the purple punchers. And Lab is just trailing behind him, starting on Van Gore right now. So now, Hef is only one Boo away from being able to take on the King himself. The other 10 Boos? Who needs them? Hef going for the follow, but wasn't pointing the vacuum in the best place to be able to get the good follow. And he's going for the... going for this. Interesting choice, and he's double cackling like heck. Wow. I don't like this Boo, by the way. He can be very annoying. Ah, he bonks Hephlex for good measures. This Boo is a jerk. I don't like it. Ah, getting more long tacks, I'm telling you. Cursed run. But now, Hef is now heading on to the tail end of the run, heading toward King Boo. At the rate we're going, wow, Lab only getting a single there. Oh boy, that was rough. His flashlight was just decided to, nope, not playing today. As you know, hitboxes are very good and fair. Very, very good and fair. But yeah, as I was saying, Hef looks like he's got this run down pat. Crown theft is always a possibility, however, it is so unlikely that I'm not even going to humor it. The dust piles are in fact faster than the flip switches. Fun fact. Because you do have to deal with the animation twice. And yes, the lag is a thing as well. So yeah, the flip switches are in fact slower. Van Gore Boo being an even bigger jerk to Lab. I did not look at the time Hef entered the cutscene. He's looking around a mid-high 101. So, you only need 40 boos to access King Boo. King Boo decides that he's going to send you back to the foyer if you don't have 40 boos, but when you leave 10 in the mansion, he's just like, alright, you can fight me, I guess. For reasons unknown, but here we are. You need 20 boos to access the balcony, and you need 40 to access King Boo. However, if you want to catch 50 boos, there's always the all boos and the 100% category. By the way, 100% is the superior category. After doing a very solid job following King Boo's movements, bring him down to 241. He can very well get this 2 cycle. And all gems, oh yes, all gems, that's the most important category. Forgot about that one for a second. All gems very important. Hephlex bringing us the spoilers. Oh no. And bonk at 0. You know, Hef brings us the great meme of bonking at 0. You hate to see it, but you love to see it. The 0 health bonk. Yes, you have to forfeit in shame. Just kidding, of course. And Hef finishes with a 102-14. Congrats to Mr. Hephlex.
There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Also, good meme quote, I believe, is Toy Story. Now we will be switching to Mr. Lab. Also, nice volume. Whoops. Over-adjusted. Alright, Lab, let's see this King Boo. Hopefully I'm not too far behind.
Oh, damn.
Oh, hi, Hef. What's
Hello.
up?
Dude, that
Ooh.
run was so weird.
Isn't that the definition of a Luigi's Mansion speedrun, though?
Yeah.
Let's see. Lab handling this rest of King Boo. He's probably going to opt for a fast 3 since he finished at 288. Weird position to start with. And my stream lags. And yep, stops him at 203 for that nice fast 3 cycle.
Yeah, GG's to Lab.
That's a very good race. It was a very fun race to watch. Fun to see.
Yeah, it wasn't fun to do it. So many mistakes.
Honestly, though, it looked... I mean, a couple interesting stuff, but it was... Yeah, it didn't look too bad. Area 4 was pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was, mostly sad
both,
about
why
it.
not? What's up, Lab?
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised at how this run turned out. Like, I feel like I made so many mistakes that this was going to be a 105, but here we are.
Here we
saw
are
I was
indeed.
like +1 at Pipe Room, and I just gave up. Dude, I don't know what the heck was going on with that mouse hole in Area 2 either.
No, yeah, there were a
Walked
lot
too
of like.
fast.
Yeah, the mouse hole was very interesting.
Yeah, I never did that before.
I've done it a lot, and I feel stupid every time I do it.
What else did I mess up? When I burned that shy guy in the moon room, I was like, what am I doing?
The shy guy. Oh.
Oh yeah, the burn and then the bonk that spread them out. Yeah, the hitboxes are weird.
it was very better.
I mean, what you truly show is how you recover. So one of the most important things in the race
That
situation.
Boolossus recovery was pog.
Both of you with the Boolossus
Oh
recovery.
my god, mine! I don't know how I managed to pull mine off, dude.
Like
Yeah,
both of those were
3 left, and he
super
was about to
clutch.
form, and I was like,
Like
got him.
those are super clutch. By the way, that armory. This is for you, Hef. That armory where you opted to get none of the hearts. You're
Yeah, I was
scaring
like,
all
yeah,
of us.
fuck it. Whatever.
I see you play high risk, high reward.
Yeah, well, I've been in that situation before, and what I was thinking was, you know, if I finish armory and I don't get hit, which usually I don't, because like Boo takes 10 away, and I'm at like 28, so I'll just go into the basement, and then get the big heart there, which I did, and I have a strat for getting that pretty fast. So
Yeah, nope. I definitely respect the play there because you never want to mess with Weston on English.
nope, not at all.
That's a game you don't want to play.
Especially
I've lost
in a race.
Yeah, I've lost many runs and seen many tournament races die at Weston.
Yeah, I've had many runs die at Weston actually, not recently, but in the past few months.
Yeah, I was talking about like playing on PAL and how dangerous that is at that point in the run. It's scary, and like I can't even imagine playing on English anymore because of the double damage. It would scare me so much.
The only problem that I have with English is just the time lost to text, you know? And oh my goodness, when I sucked up the sheet and then I got Van Gore text in Lydia's room, I was like, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, you didn't water the plant in the boneyard. When I said, dude, his run's cursed. It's gonna show in one way or another.
To do that. I've never watered that thing.
Oh, I do it as a meme, but I always say you gotta save the environment, man.
It's muscle memory for me because I really like 100%. So
and it's kind of a 100% runner thing.
Haven't so in a year, so.
But blessed to be Lab's run.
Yeah.
For watering the plant.
What was your time, Lab?
I finished with a 104.14.
Oh, okay.
So exactly 2 minutes apart, because I believe you got a 102.14.
Yeah, for some reason my split wouldn't end. Like I was splitting fine the whole game, and then the last split just wouldn't work. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I've seen that happen a few times before, but I made sure to look.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if I play like that next race, I'm out. So yes.
Okay, well anyway, let's see the standings right. I'm not prepared. I don't have the bracket out yet.
Hef is against Fi next round.
All right,
Yeah.
Lab doing my job for me. We got Fi next. It's gonna be a fun match.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like the whole world cheering against me in that race. Or at
Yeah,
least
Fi is
He's got a following.
he's a very popular guy, so
We'll be fine. Just as long as I don't know if I could beat him if he gets 59, but as long as he messes up, we're good.
Just get a PB, forehead.
Yeah, just get a 58. It's a big deal.
All right. Meanwhile, tomorrow we actually have 2 matches at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We have Radioactive Fog versus Dice Roll. That's going to be commentated by the Foop Johnson himself.
Oh, that should be good.
And at the same time, we will have Boston Brew versus Biggie Lee, which will be commentated by Adam, a.k.a. GC Forever. Other matches coming up this week. We got Friday, Afroman and Sandy X, 7 o'clock. Saturday at 7 p.m. will be Rhombus versus Andy. So we got a couple really fun races coming up. You should definitely check those out.
Some losers action. Don't miss it.
The losers bracket's the best part. Don't quote me. That's where you see the true competitive matches.
Like, it's always something dumb that ends their runs, whereas with us, it's like a lot of dumb things happen. You know.
It keeps the race exciting though.
Yeah, my mistakes entertain thee. I see.
Anyway, I think should wrap this all up. Hope everyone enjoyed. Hope the runners had fun.
It was pretty fun.
I had a blast.
I'm trying to remember. There was something I really disliked about this run, and I can't remember what. Oh, the roof. I got hit on the roof.
Yeah,
and then I tried.
I didn't want to quite say it.
But
That rooftop was very interesting.
I don't know why,
I was
like-
you know what? Whatever. Here we go.
That'll
With
go
mine-
sometimes.
This one with the fire.
With mine, the second ice ghost just didn't show up for like a really long time. I was like,
Are you talking about Bulasis?
no, the
Oh, yeah.
rooftop key.
See, yeah,
the-
that happen. When that happens, you gotta face away from them and hold the camera. Because for some reason, like if you're not holding the camera, like sometimes they just won't come
Yeah.
through. Yeah, so I always try to scare skip in that spot because it guarantees they'll spawn.
Gonna go ahead and wrap everything up. Hope everyone
Yeah.
enjoyed. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for hosting this tourney. We got more matches coming up. Hope everyone has a good day.
Yeah, peace out, y'all.
See ya.
It's been real.